Freezing rain. We don't get it very often in this country, but whenever you hear it mentioned in a forecast, you need to be aware that there could be some treacherous, icy conditions as a result. Now, I'm going to take a look at how we get freezing rain, but first of all, I need to say something about the atmosphere around us, particularly the temperature of the air and how it differs from where we are on the ground to further up towards the clouds. Now, first of all, if you think it's just the same temperature between ground and cloud, think again. And if you think it just steadily gets colder uniformly up towards those clouds, think again. It's not always like that. For example, you could have a temperature on the ground where we are at around 2 degrees. For example, it's a cold day out there. But halfway between where we are and where the clouds are, you can actually get a slice of warmer air. You can get something milder. So, for example, the air could be around 8 degrees. But right up towards the clouds, it's colder again, so it's about -10. So that's not a steady, uniform change. You can have differences. You can have ups and downs as you look at the temperature of the air from the cloud to the ground. Now, let's take a look at a situation where on a winter's day we're expecting some snow. So what's going on in the atmosphere in terms of that temperature? Well, clearly it's going to be cold around the clouds, and coming out of those clouds you'll get some snow. But for that to stay as snow all the way to where we are on the ground, you need the temperature profile of the atmosphere to be at or below freezing. And on the ground, if it's freezing, that snow is just going to pile up. So that's a typical winter's day when we get snow. But what about the more dangerous, potentially freezing rain? What's going on there? Well, you still are cold at cloud level, and again, possibly -10, and what comes out of that cloud will be snow. But importantly, on the way down this time, that snow is going to encounter some milder air, and that's going to melt the snow into rain. But then as that rain gets closer to the ground where we are, well, it's going to encounter something colder again. This very cold rain is then going to hit that cold ground or any cold surface on the ground or close to it. And you're going to get glazed ice, something particularly nasty, especially if you're going to be out and about in it. And this is the product, if you like, of freezing rain, this glazed ice. I've only encountered it once, and it's when my car was shrouded in this glazed ice. I couldn't even open the door. But think how dangerous this could be if you're driving towards it. You may not even see it on the roads ahead of you. So again, some treacherous conditions are possible whenever you hear freezing rain in the forecast. If you encounter any of that, you're able to take some photographs of it. We'd love to see them. Weather pics at bbc.co.uk.